Let's bring you more on our breaking news now from Sweden. Police say 5 people have been shot at a school for adults in the centre of the country. The shooting happening in Örebro. That's about 200 kilometres west of Stockholm on Tuesday afternoon. We still don't know the extent of the injuries. That's unclear, but police are urging people to stay away from the school. So let's speak now to Emma Löfgren, who is editor at The Local, which is an English language Swedish news outlet. Emma, thank you for joining us on what must be a very shocking day for people in your city. But what are you hearing from in and around the school? What's the latest from the police?
Well, what you said in the intro kind of sums up what we do know at the moment. We know that there's been a shooting this afternoon at school in Örebro. We don't know the state of the injuries of the 5 people who have been shot. There have been unconfirmed reports from the Swedish media saying that the perpetrator has taken their own life. That has not been confirmed by police yet. There have also been reports that shots were fired at police. The police has confirmed that no officer has been injured. Police are still urging people to stay away from the area, at least to let them work in peace.
And Emma, was this a school for adults?
This was a school for adult education, yes. So that includes everything from, adults who need to, catch up on a high school degree that they haven't done yet to, immigrants studying Swedish for immigrants. One teacher told Swedish media that there were fewer students than normal at the school today because there had just been an exam and a lot of people had left after that.
But what we're hearing is that people are still being told to stay inside, particularly at local schools and other places around that area. This is still sort of an active situation for the police?
This is still very much an active situation for the police. At around 2 p.m, that's Swedish time, so that's an hour ahead of the Greenwich Mean Time, police were saying that the danger is not over. I think my impression is that it's starting to calm down a little bit by now, and by now police are urging people to stay inside, mostly because they want to be allowed to investigate without any disturbance.
Emma, I'm seeing on social media there is a real sense of shock about what has happened. But can you explain to us just how unusual this kind of thing is in Sweden?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's very unusual. School attacks in general are quite unusual in Sweden, and shootings at schools even more so. I think there is a small risk that I could be wrong, but off the top of my head, I think the last school shooting, at least the last fatal one in Sweden, was in the 1960s.
And in Örebro itself, is it usually considered to be a very safe and friendly place? I know there's not a big population, but you have a university there. It's a small town. Tell us about it.
It's a lovely town. There are about 120,000 people who live there, I think. It's a fairly ordinary Swedish town. It's generally safe like most of Sweden. It's got, certain areas that are maybe, not as friendly as others, but in general, it's a safe, nice place.
Emma, thank you for updating us.